So I can also see another level of importance with this would just be a way of keeping accountability. The next one is just grounds for termination.
Okay, yeah, grounds for termination.
You have to kind of have those expectations written down, right?
Yeah, if you don't have those rules, it's a deal where like, hey, if you do this, Holmes, you're getting fired.
Right.
And you just lay it out. In every business, it's different. Your standards, though, if you go to Disney today, if you go to Disney World,
yeah,
try to put some trash on the ground at Disney World.
Oh, we have somebody that did.
Yeah. See how long Tim Redmond, one of the Thrive mentors, allegedly, went to Disney World and threw trash on the ground just to see how quickly they would pick it up. And it happens really fast. They pick it up right away because that's the Disney World standard. Whereas at other businesses, that might sit in the ground for hours or days.
Right.
So again, it's the standard and the rules of excellence. And you have to let people know clearly, this is the boundaries. If you do this, you get fired. If you do this, you get promoted.
Boom. Operations manual.
Mm-hmm. Now, operations manual is a little different than a handbook. An operations manual explains how we do the job. How. Okay. Specifically, like, this is the login system. This is how the software works. Okay. This is how you use the...
Step by step.
Yeah.
Good. And then weekly staff meetings. You got to have that on the schedule?
Yeah, you got to have staff meetings here. Okay. Weekly meetings.
Okay.
If you don't have those weekly meetings, you're going to find that you're going to get some monthly beatings when you go to the bank. Because people have to be held accountable.
Right.
For everything, and you've got to have a meeting to communicate with your team, and it's got to be scheduled. Otherwise, chaos happens. Now, if you have one employee, and you say, well, it's just me and Craig, you need to have a set staff meeting. Some of you are watching this, you're in a dorm room right now. Well, it's just me and Dude. Well, you and Dude need to have a set meeting.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, you need to have a meeting where you sit down, you call time out, boop, boop, and you get together and you communicate and you follow up on things.
Were you doing that when you had just 1, 2, 3 employees?
I was not doing it when I had one employee and then my company didn't grow. But once I put in these techniques, I did it when I had 3 employees and it grew. Yeah.
Love it. Last one, weekly training scheduled.
Boom.
You need that as well as the meetings?
Yes, because if you don't train your people, they're not going to know what they're doing.
Weekly?
Every week.
Wow.
Some companies even have daily trainings. I would advocate that daily trainings are where you want to get to. I know as we continue to scale Thrive, you'll probably see us move more into a daily training system than a weekly.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of these, I mean, we were just talking about what common sense has become, but a lot of these are not new. We understand and we can agree why they're important. Why are they never implemented?
Well, if you're watching this right now, first off, we just went over 13 things.
Yeah.
And if you do not write them all down and commit, ask yourself right now specifically, when are you going to write down your difference maker, your difference? When are you going to write down your goals, your path, your pay scale, your tasks? When are you going to do it? I would argue these 13 points will probably take you 25 to 40 hours to do all this right here. To make these systems, it'll probably take you 40 hours. So if you're like me and you already work 40 hours in your business, you're going to have to figure out when you're going to work on your business. Well, for me, I do that between 4 a.m. and like 7, right? And that's what Thomas Edison did, Walt Disney. These people weren't getting to work at 9. They weren't.
Yeah.
So if you're watching this right now, you might have to burn the midnight oil or get up early. But if you only spend 4 hours a day working on your business, then you're going to have to do it for 10 consecutive days.
Okay.
So you're going to have to ask yourself, what 10 days am I going to work on this? You got to ask yourself, when am I going to do this stuff? How long is it going to take?
It's kind of overwhelming. Where do we start? Is there somewhere to start? You just
difference.
Okay.
That's where you start. Start the difference.
Go down that list.
Go down the vision goal. Now, will it be perfect? No, but it's done.
Okay.
And the book that I finished writing today with errors is better than the one that you're still working on.
Right.
All right? So I'm telling you, I've always been amazed by people, but when I read best-selling books, I'll still find spelling errors. You ever found a spelling error in a best-selling book? Yeah. But you know what? It's done.
Yeah.
So we need to start it, and it's kind of like the Constitution. You want to amend it slowly. The Constitution's had numerous amendments to it. You vote on it. You shouldn't just randomly change things quickly, but you need to have at least a basic framework that you can amend over time. So just real talk, with your dress code, one of the companies I work with, he probably updates his dress code every 4 weeks with some little nuance. Because he's like, I never thought I'd have to put in my dress code that a woman can't wear a thong that extends beyond her pants. I mean, that's real talk.
Yeah.
But you got to put it in there. The new one we had last week was when you're wearing your clothing, you can't show massive cleavage. But he never put that in his original deal. A couple weeks ago, he's like, hey, you can't have huge gauge earrings. He never put that in his original one.
Yeah, it'll continue
Constantly
to change.
change.
Sure.